Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Towns outside. Brunson passes to Hart. From deep. The Cavaliers pull it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Strus with it. Pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Yeah, this is why defenses must be right up on Mitchell or he'll burn you off the pass.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get for it.
Well, it's been generations, B.A., that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run. Garland showing no lack of confidence on that jump shot.
Towns, a screen on Mitchell, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. I discussed with Coach the difficulties of guarding Donovan Mitchell. He jokingly responded, "You mean the guy who scored 71 points? It should be pretty easy." And he went on to say, "Donovan is one of the best scorers in the game. We have to be disciplined and guard him closely. This will be a big test for their defense." Guys?
Allie, thank you. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Now here's Brunson. Oh, rejected by Allen.
How about the length from the big guy? Enables him to guard just about anybody, anywhere.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And New York has possession, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Brunson. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Pass to Hunter. Mobley against Achua. The 3 from Mitchell. It's rebounded by New York.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Towns, left side. Achua passes to Hart. Drills it from deep.
Scoring in rhythm there. Great to see Hart shoot it without holding back.
The Cavaliers leading. Mitchell. He has 6. From behind the arc. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Brunson. Over Garland. And it's Brunson missing. The Cavaliers lead by 4. Pass to Garland. Back to Hunter. Shot clock at 5. Outside Mitchell. The 3. That shot off the mark. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cleveland on top. They're up by 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Achua, Cameron Payne out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Now here's Payne. Pass to McBride. Over Green. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Jerome passes to Mobley. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Payne. Strus, he's checked in for the Cavs. Garland comes in for Green. Now here's McBride. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Here's Jerome. Hunter, a screen on Bridges. Here's Jerome. Three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 6. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, BA. He's an elite three-point shooter, goal scorer, and his passing is severely underrated. Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside Hunter. 17-14. Back to Garland. Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got his second basket of the game.
And D. Garland on the attack there. A nice job on the drive.
Outside Anunoby. It's Bridges on the wing. Towns outside. Outside Anunoby. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So for the Knicks, Achua's checked in for Robinson, and Brunson is subbed in for Bridges. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Mitchell comes in for Jerome. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 9. Top of the key, and he comes up with a bucket. Mitchell's got 11 points.
We've become accustomed to these kind of moves from Mitchell. He's got that ball on a string.
Pass to Towns. There's 48 seconds left in the second.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Achua. And here's Hunter from the arc. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Yeah, right now Hunter's showing that he can step behind the line a little bit to knock it down.
Pass to Towns. And here's Anunoby. Over Strus. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Hunter. He's got 6. The 3 is up. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the first half now in the books. Cleveland on top. They're up 7. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So for Cleveland right now, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Garland in at the 1. And it's powered home by Towns.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
New York shooting their first free throw of the game here. The Cavaliers lead by 4. Mobley outside. Allen right side. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys, I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Brunson passes to Hart. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Hart's got 6.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. Brunson surveys. Towns with the ball. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yes, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Garland with the ball, hard covering. Pass to Strus. Mitchell up top. The shot from 20 feet out. Cleveland again missing.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Now Bridges. Towns on a screen for the lead. Bridges misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Mobley, a screen on Brunson. Garland for 3. Not going to go that time. New York trailing. From the wing. The rebound by Allen.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Mitchell. The slam by Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell putting on a clinic of his skills in this one. Take notes, kids.
Outside Hart. Anunoby, a screen on Mobley. Hart from long range. The rebound by Allen. Cleveland leading by 3. And stolen by Bridges. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Pass to Mitchell. There's the 3. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Hart with it. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Towns passes to Hart. 6 to shoot. For the lead. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Strus. Pass to Mitchell. There's a screen. Here's the 3. From outside. Mitchell is good.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
And here's Brunson. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 5 now. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers ahead, leading by a point. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Achua. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Payne in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Towns outside. Towns a screen on Mobley. Hart the open shot. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Anunoby against Strus. Pass to Mitchell. The 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. The 3, Bridges sinks the tray.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Garland's checked in for Cleveland. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. This might be a close late game, but don't tell Coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. Connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 21 points in the game.
I always wonder about those bigger guys, how much easier a read is like that, and Allen finds the open guy set up to shoot it.
Pass to Brunson. Over Garland. Brunson misses. And it's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. They played a great fourth quarter defensively.
Oh,
Over the top.
are you kidding me?
Wow.
Amazing.
Man,
And when I think of Mitchell, I think of relentless. He's so active and drives with such purpose.
Yep, that one goes.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Allen outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Knicks trail by 5. Outside Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Down low. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Here's Brunson, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Just a bad time for a defensive breakdown, and he really took advantage.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game.
Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
From 11 feet away, Brunson misses. For Cleveland, they've got 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
46 seconds left to play in the fourth. Goes up at the elbow. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Garland against Brunson. The 3 from Mitchell. Drills it from deep. Mitchell's got 30 points.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
Here's Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. The 3 ball. Oh, he buries it from outside.
All out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Now a timeout called by New York. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Guys, your thoughts?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Fourth personal foul. Fifth team foul. Donovan Mitchell.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
Hart from long range. Cavaliers with a rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
OG Anunoby. First personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
The line. 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean,
Of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in a shooting guard. Now here's White. Clock at 6.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Giddey.
Get it.
Offline with his 3. The drive by Giannis. Yep, that one goes.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Giddey sets the pick for Buzelis. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaches basketball.
Well said.
The White can attack fast, and the defense was unprepared to contest him cleanly.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Now, here's Kuzma. To the paint. Stolen by Ball. And here is Giddey. Ball, the bounce pass. And Vucevic kicks to White. Vucevic a screen on Prince. White, good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Kuzma outside. Lopez a screen on Giddey. Kuzma can't get it to go. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass the ball. Back to White. Fade away, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And when you've got Vooch's height, it can make coverage a non-issue. He just shoots right over the top of the defender.
Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Jones checked in for Chicago. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to Portis. They double him with Vucevic. There's Lopez with the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Jones with it. Ball a screen on Lillard. High post Vucevic. Ball, the pass to White. 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. Bucks trail by 5. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 5 points so far. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Trent's checked in for Prince. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Lillard. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey's checked in for Lonzo Ball. And it's Dosunmu in for Kobe White. Giannis is double. There's Green with the 3. He can't hit that time. Giddey with it. Into the lane. Can't hit from in close. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Josh Giddey is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Smith, and it's Jones in at point guard. It's good. And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now here's Giddey. No scoring in this one.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Portis sets the pick for Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Prince in for Green. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Now, Giddey. Back to Vucevic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
A load inside. Vooch knows how to use that size to get where he wants.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
DA, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Trent gets the bucket.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
Ball finds Vucevic. Now Giddey. Ball with a wide open look. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game. Bucks trail by 3. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Then for the Bulls, Buzelis is checked in for Williams. Dosunmu comes in for Josh Giddey. And it's White in for Trey Jones. Now here's Lopez. Still yet to score. Here's Lillard. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Ball. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year. Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Here's Dosunmu. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Lillard. He has 5. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Buzelis. Another 3 for Chicago.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Lopez, a screen on Ball. Lillard from outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Joined by...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Prince out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now Vucevic after the missed 3 from Lopez. No one covering. Ball's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. From deep, Giannis. From range, Giannis takes it.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Vucevic a screen on Kuzma. Giddey no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Outside, Ball. Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Giddey with the screen on Lopez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their teeth.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Here's Prince. The Bulls knocking down the 3. 1:36 left in the third. Trains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got the lead, back up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Vucevic, another 3 for Chicago.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, Chicago's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Clyde a screen on Prince. Here's Giddey. Another one falls for Chicago.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. A floater. Lopez, no luck. Chicago leading by 3. How about this run crank they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. And how about that finish by Buzelis, the rookie, getting it done?
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in. Bobby Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Porter subbed in for Taurean Prince. The Bulls also changing it up. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Josh Giddey. And Trey Jones subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Now, here's Lillard. It's stolen by Jones. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Chicago with the ball. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Smith. Josh Giddey is out there with Williams. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Jones in at the guard position.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
At the line for the ball, Trey Jones. 2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Trent. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Porter, no luck. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Dosunmu. It's hauled in by Trent.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Outside, Green. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. A 3-pointer is right on target.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Whitey's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jones. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. Down low. Out to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And easy to see why they turn to Kuzma in these moments. They trust him to go get.
Now here's Vucevic. Pass to Buzelis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 3-pointer to Lillard. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Outside, Ball. Here's Vucevic. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Prince in the post. Light covering. Lillard on top. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the high post. It's good.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now here's Giddey. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
At the line for the Bucks.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Now, Here's Ball. Here's Vucevic. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in games.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to White. There's the 3. The 3 won't fall.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Ball finds Vucevic. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, that's one of the...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
From this guard matchup.
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. Pure from three-point range.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's Bridges. Rebound by Philadelphia.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Yep, that one's good. George has got 5 now.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Towns a screen on Maxey. Pass to Towns. Shot to stop the run. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Hart pulls it in. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Towns. Towns double team. Hart with a screen on Embiid. Here's Brunson outside. Nails it from 3.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
George outside. Outside Oubre. And George with the basket on the assist by Oubre. He's got 7.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Brunson. Leaps for it, and it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Achua's checked in for Anunoby. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. New York making a switch here. McBride's checked in. Pass to McCain. Left side Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Back to Edwards. Here's McCain. Clock at 6. There's the screen. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 5. That ties it up. Brunson's got 8.
Got to fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Maxey. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And the basket by Bridges.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Embiid against Robinson. Pass to McCain. Lets it go from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside McBride. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his...
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Miles McBride is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Achua. And it's Bridges in at small forward. That's the group for New York starting the second. 76ers trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Back to Edwards. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Edwards. And here's Butler outside. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. New York has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Achua with a screen on Edwards. Inside. Out to Bridges. Takes a 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And some changes here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Robinson, and it's OG Anunoby in for Payne. Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for Butler. Embiid, high post. Over Towns, and it's New York with a rebound. Pass to McBride. Now here's Achua. Achua with a screen on Oubre. Anunoby passes to Achua. Now Towns. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Off target with the 3.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Here's Towns. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Achua, and Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Outside Maxey. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
Screen by Robinson for 3. Bridges. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. Here's George. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. George has got 9.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact into his finish.
Towns outside. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Brunson with the bucket.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now here's Maxey. George outside. Embiid high post. The 17-footer. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
Pass to Anunoby. Now Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Maxey surveys. Pass to Grimes. 4-3. On target from range.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. New York out in front, up 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in a 2-guard.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Back to Brunson. Shot from 12, and it's New York with another.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Screen by Embiid. Fires the 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, it seems like George could do this all night. He just keeps finding shots.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Outside Oubre. Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Bridges outside. Towns with the ball. From the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Towns has got 9 points.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability. And Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Achua's checked in for New York. Bridges, left side. Uncovered. The rebound by Yabusele.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Outside Maxey. The shot. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Maxey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Now that's confidence right there. This is when you know Maxey is feeling it.
Outside Achua. Outside Hart. Pass to Achua. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Brunson against Maxey. New York again can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Maxey with a screen on Bridges. Grimes. Offensive board. Inside. Embiid gets the advantage.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
Brunson passes to Towns. Now Bridges. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. New York shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. McBride comes in for Hart, and Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Here's McCain. McBride covers. For three, Maxey knocks down the triple. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Bridges with it. He's got 9. Chalk up 2 there. Bridges has got 11 points. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. New York out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Three tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. The Sixers trailing. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Precious Achiuwa is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Miles McBride, and it's Payne in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. That one falls.
You just gotta admire the strength of Embiid, able to work through that aggressive coverage.
Towns on a screen. Outside Anunoby. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Butler. Philadelphia's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
Outside McBride. Outside Anunoby. Beyond the arc. Fires in the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. For the Knicks, Josh Hart's checked in for Achiuwa. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. To the paint. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Brunson.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Embiid a screen on Bridges to the middle. And then Embiid with the dunk.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
It's good.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Here's the pick to the left wing. Embiid inside. Towns on him, and the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 10 points in just the second half.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
Brunson inside with the finish.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game, both teams leaving it all out there.
Deflected! And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. Bridges passes to Brunson. Brunson takes it himself. And he lays it up and in. And it's a 4-point New York lead.
Hey, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Outside Oubre. Screen by Embiid. George for three. The Knicks pull it in. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Sixers. Embiid brings a double team. Back to Towns. It's hard on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
To the paint. The fader. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Here's Embiid. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 8. Your thoughts, guys?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And an intentional foul right there. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Sends it home from 3-point land. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true.
Action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the 3 spot. Now Garland. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
Well, if you're a point guard like Darius Garland, at his size, you've got to be able to get into that mid-range bag. Very well done.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Kuzma with a screen on Mobley. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Mitchell. Garland's got his second bucket of the night. On offense, here are the Bucks. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Garland. Fires for three. Buries it from three-point range. Garland's got 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Lillard with the bucket.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Here's Strus. Back to Garland. Pass to Strus. 6 on the shot clock. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Front of mind tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jared is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, they'll avoid driving the paint. Jared Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thanks so much, David. And that one's good by Giannis.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Mitchell outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Lillard from the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mitchell outside. Back to Strus. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Allen kicks to Mitchell. Mitchell. It's good on the putback.
Oh, my goodness, that was filthy. Donovan Mitchell in the house, folks.
Now Lillard. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Javonte Green. Hunter is out there with Isaac Okoro. Then there's Mobley, and it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. Here's Jerome from 20 feet out, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jerome's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. Inside, they kick it out to Green. No good from outside. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now here's Porter. Outside, Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Mobley, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Loads it up there for Mobley. Outside, Green. Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Prince in for Green. And then for Cleveland, Max Strus comes in for Okoro. And it's Garland in for Javonte Green. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. It's stolen. And here is Hunter. Still scoreless. Garland with a screen on Trent. For three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a three-point game. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Antetokounmpo has got 5 points now this quarter. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Bounce pass from Trent. And that one's good by Porter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Lillard got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
Mitchell outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Outside Portis. Kuzma outside. Pass to Portis. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mitchell looking it over. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Trent's out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Giannis kicks to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Allen slams it in.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Bucks trail by 8. Lillard outside. Prince in the corner. Kuzma outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Garland with the bucket.
Big night for Darius Garland. He's been a headache for the defense.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The wide open look here for Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Kuzma's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Milwaukee. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
Here's Lillard. That one good for 2. Lillard's got 10 points.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Mitchell outside. Garland with it. He's got 15. Cleveland moving it around. Prince against Mitchell. Over Prince. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Hunter's checked in for the Cavaliers. And both free throws good for Giannis. Cleveland leading by 4. Garland feeling it out a little bit. Hunter against Prince. Hunter the pass to Garland. Hunter sets a screen for Garland. 4 on the clock. Unloads from 13. Mobley misses. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Lillard from outside. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. He's got 13.
A smart idea to set up Lillard, a man who knows how to score.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Garland for the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Basket good.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Mitchell outside. Back to Garland. Beyond the arc. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Lillard outside. Down low. Here's Giannis. Good D by Mobley.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
Darius Garland has been leading the charge for Cleveland. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. DeAndre Hunter out there with Wade. Then there's Garland. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Jerome in at the 2 guard. There's Garland. Porter pulls it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
There's Garland, and he lays it straight in. 20 points for Darius Garland.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. Cleveland also making some changes. Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Mobley comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Back to Kuzma. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by Kumbo. Mitchell against Prince. Lillard looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
1:49 left to play here in the 4th. And that one's good. Mitchell.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes! And the foul. That one on Mobley.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Near the 3-point line, it's Mitchell. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. They can't stop Giannis. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Mobley.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it. Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Got it. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Bucks.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Here's Mitchell. Good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Lillard count it.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Wound up there for Allen. An emphatic LU jam.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Mitchell dishes to Allen. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Mitchell outside. Over Lopez. Oh, off target. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. That was a fun night of... Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
Like a lopsided matchup, but anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And the starting group for Chicago. Kobe White out there with ball. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic in at center. Now here's Tatum. Misses from close range.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Vucevic with it. Guarded now by Holiday. The three from Ball. He drops it from range.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, and now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's White. Outside, Brown. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That three at the other end didn't sit well with them.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's Giddey. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Holiday. White, the pass to Tatum. On the wing, Holiday. Shot clock at 6. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. Now here's White. Now here's Vucevic. Defended by Porzingis. Ball no good. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Holiday passes to Tatum. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's White. Inside. Here's Porzingis. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Tatum against Vucevic. Ball outside. Going inside. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. Ball's got 5 now.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Tatum. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
He's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. Could be a blow-by every single time.
Giddey against Brown. And it's Giddey off the drive. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Nice move. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game now. And he drops the first. And so Tatum nails both of them. A deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Chicago ahead, up 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Smith. Williams is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Jones in at the 1. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Giddey. The floater. Outside Jones. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Jones has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
Chicago trailing here. Jones feels it out. Outside Giddey. Williams with the screen. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Chicago.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. Outside Tatum. Craig passes to Tatum. Again, Boston.
At 6'8" with a nice release point, Tatum's jumper is a tough one to disrupt.
Here's Giddey. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6. Well, Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
No, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Horford, a screen on Jones. Here's Pritchard. Over Jones. Pritchard, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Got a line change here for Boston. And so he makes both from the line. Stan, when Trey Jones is on the floor, you can just see how easily the offense flows.
Well, Brian, he's the kind of point guard that teammates love to play with because his only thought out there is setting up other guys. He's not going to light you up with his own scoring, but he is a great facilitator.
Old school, traditional point guard makes everybody better.
You don't see many of those anymore.
Ball, he's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Vucevic with it.
Man, it's hard not to foul Vooch inside. He uses all of his size to go after his shots.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Jones, he's checked in for Giddey. And so Vucevic nails both of them.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Outside Holiday. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Cornette sets a screen. Here's Brown. Chicago with a rebound. Ball outside. Over Holiday. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Josh Giddey making highlights for the Chicago Bulls. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at center, filling out the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's White. No points so far. Back to Giddey. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
It's Brown on the wing. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Holiday finds Tatum. Back to Holiday. Now Tatum. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago leading by 5. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Up top, White. He's guarded by White. White, the pass to Ball. Vucevic, a screen on Holiday. And Ball gets it to go.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And then Tatum slams it in.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things. And when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
The Bulls with another miss. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
White against Holiday. Left side, White. Pass to Giddey. Ball with it. Williams, a screen on Brown. The three from Ball. Porzingis grabs the board. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Tatum finds Porzingis. Here's Tatum from behind the arc. Tatum drills the three.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
Here's Giddey. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Tatum. Tatum works through the defense inside.
And it's fun watching Tatum continue to evolve as a scorer. Beautiful touch on that teardrop.
Giddey passes to Williams. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. Celtics trail by 3.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Having added so much strength, Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
So both teams making some changes here. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That one misses for Tatum. Dosunmu on the wing. Yet to see a basket. Sinks it from distance.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Bulls out in front, up by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. Zach Collins out there with Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
And Pritchard, here we go. Craig. And rejected. And now the Bulls in transition. Jones misses. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Hauser. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. From deep, Giddey. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jones. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Here's Tatum. After the basket by Chicago. Over Buzelis. From 13 feet, down it goes. Tatum's got 17 now, just in the second half. Outside Giddey. Pass to White. Back to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Brown. From deep, Giddey. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
And so Tatum nails both of them. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Giddey with it. Vucevic, a screen on Brown. The kick out to Ball. Picked by Vucevic. Ball no good. Celtics trail by 7.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
Ball passes to Vucevic. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Ball. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Tatum.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
He connects.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Holiday finds Tatum. Shoots over Ball. Tatum can't hit. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Well, Mattis Buzelis certainly has good size, but what catches my eye are his skills. He can handle the ball and make smart decisions on the floor, which is so important for a rookie.
And connects from downtown.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. White for 3. The shot that time not on target. So a close game sees Chicago taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them.
Conference, Greg, in this one feels like there's a little extra buzz in the air. Do you feel it?
Oh, Kevin, it's almost that postseason feel, right? High expectations for both of these teams. A great opportunity to lock in and kind of get a barometer for where you are against a playoff-level opponent.
And now the New York Knicks starters. We've got Anunoby. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the 1. Ball's knocked loose. With some arc. Yes, that goes in. Brunson's got the first points up on the board here for the Knicks.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Hart, wide open. He fires. Buries it from three-point range.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Bridges. Prince grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard left side. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Lillard is tough in there, muscling that one home.
Lillard against Brunson. Shoots over Lillard. And it falls over the rim and in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Prince. A wide open look here for Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Prince.
Boy, Kuzma superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence. And he's got great range, too.
Brunson against Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. And then for New York, Achua, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Prince's shot is good.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
Pass to McBride. Here's Achua. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Prince with a screen on Towns. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 5 now.
And how about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 6. Takes the 3. Cranes the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Portis. Lillard outside. Portis in the post. Achua's on him. Nice shot by Portis.
Hard not to love the energy Portis plays with. He's not letting inside contact stop him or derail him at all.
Brunson scanning the floor. That one goes. Count it.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
The Knicks with the lead. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now McBride. Nothing on the board. Here's Robinson. Out to Bridges. The 3-ball. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bridges has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Taurean Prince comes in for Green. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Anunoby's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. He squares up and sinks it. McBride's got his first basket. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the score by New York. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there.
1:51 left to play in the first half. Here's Achua. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Bruce with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lopez sets a screen for Giannis. Giannis battling for the second look.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to talk to his guys. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Here's Lillard. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Nice move. And Lillard throws it down.
And Lillard also entertaining as a player. Someone who isn't afraid to put on a show for the fans.
For New York, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Anunoby kicks to Achua. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the Knicks, Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges.
Milwaukee on D. Trailing by 2. Towns a screen on Portis. Clock at 6. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second basket of the night.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard from outside. Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby finds Hart. Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Portis.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Releases from 15, and another basket for Milwaukee.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Anunoby out there with Hart. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2 guard. From range, Giannis takes it.
You see improvement from Giannis every season in his decision-making, especially recognizing when to rise and fire.
Brunson right side. Pass to Hart. Anunoby with it. Now Bridges, guarded by Prince. Launches it. And Mikal Bridges, good for 3. Bridges has got 6 points.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He has 7. Here's Kuzma trying to get open as Lopez. Kuzma can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from 3 over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
Now, here's Bridges. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Bucks making a change here. Trent's checked in. Lillard on top. The tray. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 9. Bridges missing again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hard against Prince. With his first shot attempt, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And New York making a change here. Achua's checked in. Towns finds Achua. Bridges up top. Defended by Trent. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Here's Lillard after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Lillard the pass to Giannis. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks leading by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Brunson outside. The 3. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
To the inside. And the dunk by Prince.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Portis sets the pick for Porter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Pass to Robinson. Towns with it. Over Giannis. From 13 feet, it goes down. Towns has got the lead back up to 7 now for New York.
You know, no surprise that Towns is very effective from mid-range. With his size and shooting touch, it's expected.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. Then for the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Antetokounmpo against Hart. Back to Brunson. The close-range shot is good from Brunson.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Giannis inside. Defended by Hart. The shot's good from Kuzma.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Brunson. The layup off target.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Prince looking around. Here's Lopez. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Big scores like that one are what you can count on from Lopez.
Lillard against Brunson. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
And that one drops.
You can see the confidence Lillard has by how cool and calm he is when they need a big bucket.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh,
man. You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Milwaukee.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
And at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2 and a 3-point advantage.
From the line. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Nerves never show through. Brunson as calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
Giannis against Hart. Kicks it out to Prince. Takes a 3. Frames it from downtown.
Hey, guys, that's exactly why Prince is out there in these moments. Big-time shot.
Here's Brunson. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Amazing floater from Brunson. He continues to show how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
And it's all about the three right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a three.
Hart can't get the three to fall.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pass to Hart from deep. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous. Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. Now here's Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Strus. Count that one.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Mobley outside. White against Mitchell. Allen with a screen on White. Takes the 3. Mitchell misses. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Here's Allen. The Celtics making their last shot. Mobley deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Garland against Holiday. That one drops for him. Garland's got 5.
You gotta be right on Garland from that mid-range spot because he is lethal from there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. And guys, coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to track him when they can. It's a tall task for the defense, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. White can't hit.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Allen. Outside Strus. And here's Mobley. Outside Garland. Here's the 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Tatum with it. Strus covering. And it's good. 2 points.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Allen on the wing. Pass to Mitchell. Garland up top. Pulls up. Another miss by Garland.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
And he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
Using that quick first step on his way to the rim, Garland is just too tough off the bounce.
Outside Tatum. No good from outside.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous lob threat.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Brown. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Hauser comes in for White, and Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. And a new group getting ready for the Cavaliers. Hunter's checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Strus. Green's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Jerome subbed in for Darius Garland. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Smooth move there by Mobley off the pick, making himself a good scoring option.
Now Tatum. Launches a 3. Knocks down the long J. Tatum's got his second basket of the night. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Boston out in front, leading by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Here's Tatum. All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. They've got Evan Mobley, Javonte Green out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the power forward position. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Tatum showing off the strength.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Jerome passes to Green. To the inside, the kick to Hunter. Outside, Green. Pass to Okoro. Here's Jerome. There's a screen. Pulls it from 20. Hauser grabs the board. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
Look, this dude is well built, and he's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Jerome passes to Green. Down low. Now here's Okoro. The D's right on him. Hauser grabs the board.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. And it's Boston scoring again. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mobley. Strus comes in for Okoro. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Green. And Garland is subbed in for Jerome. Now here's Mitchell. Still no points. Oh, Mitchell gets it done inside.
Athleticism on display from Mitchell, allowing him to figure out that inside coverage.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Garland. He's got 7. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Garland's got 9.
The quick thinking of Garland in the pick and roll, his decision-making is so impressive.
Outside White. Outside Brown. Tatum from long range. Strus grabs the miss. The Cavs trailing. And here's Hunter for 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Over Hunter. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Back to Mitchell. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Here's Tatum. To end the run. Gets the 3 ball to go. Tatum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Cavaliers on top, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
Garland, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Garland. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Boston trailing. Outside White. Outside Brown.
Who's got ball?
6 to shoot. Oh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Back to Brown. Shoots. Jump shot is good that time. And now a 3-point Boston lead.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play. Brown can really do it all.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got his first basket.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
On the wing, Mitchell. Mobley outside. Mobley, a screen on Holiday. Garland, the pass to Strus. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Strus has got 6 in the quarter.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Outside White. 1:19 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm. Whew.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Boston with some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Hunter's checked in for Strus. Allen finds Mitchell. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Mitchell's got 6. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now here's Holiday. Soft touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 1.
This is what makes Holiday special. His ability to find ways to finish in tight.
Pass to Mobley. Now here's Hunter. Mobley on a screen. Fires it. Hunter can't get it to go. for Boston, they've got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And here's Brown. The 3-ball. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Brown against Hunter. Outside Garland. Great look there, but off target. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Boston out in front. They lead by 4. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for Cleveland right now, they've got Darius Garland. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Strus in at the 3. Yep, that one goes.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Here's Pritchard. Horford passes to Craig. Tatum inside. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Garland looking around. The 3. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Hauser passes to Craig. Here's Hauser. And here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. Clock at 4. Pritchard gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
And Allie, thanks.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
And he's good on the second. Cavaliers trail by 8. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Tatum with it. White on the wing. Back to Tatum. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6-point game. Garland finds Mitchell. Allen with a screen on White. The 3 from Mitchell. Boston pulls it in. Here's Brown. Oh, look out! JB throwing it down.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Cavaliers trail by 8. Allen with a screen on Holiday. Outside Garland. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Now here's Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's an 8-point ball game. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Garland up top. He's covered by Holiday. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Floats one up. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
There's 38 seconds left in the final quarter. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell, huge bucket. That man is fearless.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
That's how you protect a lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
Showing poise in the clutch. Mobley has that quiet confidence.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Garland for 3. And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And Garland just delivers in a crucial moment. What a shot.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Garland, the pass to Strus. Mobley with it. From deep. It's hauled in by White. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
At the line for the Celtics, Drew Holiday. At the line for 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
From deep, Mobley. Basket is good.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Taurean Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Lillard with the bucket.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
Pass to Grimes. Kuzma against George. Now here's Embiid. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And Lillard kicks to Kuzma. From outside the arc. They get it again. Lopez, no luck.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Grimes passes to Maxey. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. from downtown gets the three-pointer to fall.
And George, a volume three-point shooter, he possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute, talking about Damian Lillard. Coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
And so here is Philadelphia, after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Right side out of the Kumbo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Bucks also with the sub. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pass to Oubre. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And they pick up two.
I can see that contact really didn't bother Oubre Jr. on that possession.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. Prince outside. Left side, Portis launches a three. The rebound by Yabusele. The 76ers trail. Pass to Maxey. No good on that one. Good D by Lopez. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 9 points.
That's just too easy. You got to get Lillard to put it down.
Now here is George. 6 points for him. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lets the three fly. Drills it from outside. He's got 9.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Let's make sure that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Edwards is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Butler. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Hits it from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Giannis says, "Get off me!"
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
The 76ers trail by 3. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Oubre comes in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Butler. Milwaukee leading by 5. Prince outside. Back to Giannis. Lopez outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
A nice shot by George. Bucks leading by 7. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Prince. To the middle. Giannis rips it down.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oubre sets the screen for George. Cans it from downtown. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Lillard from outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard finds Antetokounmpo, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Lillard with it. 4 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. Lillard's got 16 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The post pair, the longtime duel of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
DA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand.
Good touch there. Oubre outside the three-point arc and knocks one down.
George against Kuzma. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. No good that time. The 76ers trail by 12. Popped up there for Embiid. Lopez with the steal. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Prince. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
George, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
That one drops for him.
Look, Kuzma will get inside there and bang around, and he's going to take it down.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Prince with the ball. Back to Kuzma. Lopez sets a screen for Kuzma. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 16. Here's Grimes. Nailed from three-point land. Grimes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kuzma outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lillard right side. Lopez a screen on Maxey. Count that one. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. Still without a basket. Oubre outside. Outside, George. Here's Embiid. Good D by Lopez. And so it's Milwaukee riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Butler. Edwards is out there with Cavaliers. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Down low, inside, Giannis drops it in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but It's importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Green kicks to Trent. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the Bucks making a change here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Lillard outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Maxey.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist, and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Oubre finds Embiid. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kuzma outside. Giannis outside. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bucks.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Grimes, defended by Prince. From deep, George, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. At one point, they led by 16. Giannis kicks to Lillard. Puts it up. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Giannis dishes to Lillard. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.